Hello everyone, Tiniestofchibis here, and we are back with Twisted Wonderland. Again, we're going through the archives to play Playful Land. So, hopefully I can get all these. If I can kind of put this all right, I'll probably do Playful Land all up in fucking October. And some strange guy invites you to come play in a strange place and you're actually going to go. That's completely out of the question, and you know it. Aw, but why, Jamel? When you said you had some good news to share, I certainly wasn't expecting an invitation to an amusement park. Right? I was shocked when you said you had tickets to Playful Land. That's a huge trending topic right now. Good job, Camille. If I post about taking a trip to Playful Land, I'll do major numbers, guaranteed. Personally, I love nothing more than to go, but that said, everything about this offer is suspicious. It's got more red flags than I can count. Yeah, there's no way a guy as cautious as Jamel would sign off on this. Obviously not. You just happen to meet a guy who manages an illusionary amusement park and he gave you free tickets. Things that fortunate don't just happen. But it did happen. Isn't that cool? And I reached out to you in the pop music club since I thought it would be fun to go together. We can invite the whole dorm too. No. You don't even know if he actually works for the park. He could just be angling to adopt you. In fact, that could be the whole reason he made contact with your group, because he knew who you were, Kamel. Nah, it was a coincidence. We just accidentally ran into each other. Again, that could have easily been orchestrated. Ugh, can someone be so completely and utterly caradolis? Anyway, the point is, you're not going, and that's final. Neither am I, obviously. But it's illusionary. Doesn't that sound fun? Come on, Ilya, Carter. You think so, don't you? I mean, I love to jump on this chance, but Jamel's objections are entirely rational. Thank you for both seeing reason. Let this go, Kamel. You have something more pressing to attend to anyway. I do? What was that again? Your homework? If you forget to do it, not even a good midterm score will help your final grade. This is no time to be goofing off. I'm going to check out some extra reference materials from the library. You better buckle down and study. Aww. I'm sorry, would you care to repeat what you just said? Because surely you didn't suggest to me that I should join you in skipping school. Well, it's blatantly obvious that would never be acceptable. How do you even dream up this ridiculous notion? And there he goes. I knew he'd say that. Why'd you even bring it up with him, Deuce? You gormless nincompoop. I was nice enough to give you a pity invite, and you blew it by babbling to the strictest guy in the dorm. Look, it wouldn't be right for us to have all the fun and leave our boss out of it. I was wondering what you call us allowed to talk about, and boy, to think our dorm has students willing to actively plot on skipping school and invite Riddle along for it. You guys are brave, I give you that. Attending school is a student's whole job. Such a dereliction of duty is beyond the pale. But come on, it's just one day, right? We're going to get real busy between Halloween prep work and our midterms. I figured it would be okay to get a little words. Relax. It's supposed to be like relaxing or chill. Time before then. You know, a deep breath before the plunge. It is not okay. Listen, the number of days isn't the problem. The timing isn't the problem. It's the idea that it's okay to skip school. If there's fun to be had, That is the problem. Our dorm is based on the Queen of Hearts' spirit of strictness. It has no room for idle fluckers. Now, deep breath, Riddle. Huff, huff. Wow, he is livid. If our house warden feels that strongly about it, I guess I better fall in line. What? Oh, you're chickening out? Dude, this is a chance to go to Playful Land. Nobody's gonna know if it's real, and you're not gonna take it? Seems to me like it'll be smarter to pounce on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity than to just unquestionably follow rules. That's enough back talk out of you. This discussion is over. Your opinion is irrelevant, and I expect you to do as your house warden says. Otherwise, it's off with your head. Good grief. Seven. You want to skip school and invite everyone to an amusement park, huh? That ain't gonna fly, and you should know it. Really? But you cut class constantly, Leona. I was okay, go away, you. Should I cross it off? It's fine. I wasn't expecting you, of all people, to take issue with this. What's the problem? This is a chance to go to Playful Land and... Not so loud. Huh? Think about it. Tickets to an illusionary music park, all provided free of charge. What do you think would happen if he caught wind of that? Hee-hoo, oh, Ruggy. Yep. He'd swipe your ticket and resell it to some poor sucker at an exorbitant markup guarantee. People off campus with no other options for getting in would pay any price he cared to name. Yeah, guess you're right. I'm willing to overlook a little on-campus mischief, but off-campus, that changes things. If a dispute broke out and there's no sweeping it under the rug, and Crowley would pin all the responsibility on me as house warden. You sweep things under the rug on campus? Anyway, I can definitely imagine all that. In fact, I can practically see it now. Now that you mention it, I'm getting the feeling that this ticket could spark some sort of huge fight. Yeah, see? So don't fan the flames. Not to mention how obviously shady it is that you just lucked out onto tickets this valuable. Even if you could piece that together if you took 2 seconds to think about it. Well, guess I'm going alone. Hold up. Why are you so eager to get on this anyway? Wanting to skip school was super out of character for you, considering being a square is your sole defining trait. A square? Anyway, I just think in this one case, it's not that bad. I mean, a chance like this doesn't exactly come around all that often. And I already promised Ernesto I'd show up tomorrow. I wouldn't want to make myself a liar. From the sounds of things, this Ernesto guy's got a real way with words. You can say that again. He's basically spent the whole time telling us how awesome we were. Seriously, don't go. This smells like a huge mess in the making. You're not going to talk me out of this, Leona. I never break the promise. So let me get this straight. Breaking promises is bad, but skipping school is fine? And dandy? You are hard-headed numbskull. It's glaringly obvious that you signed up for nothing but trouble. And it's true. You did. You want us all to go to Playful Land? No. Why not? From what you just told me, you got these tickets for free, right? Yep. And he said everything in the park is free too, and we can play all we want. Let me be clear, there is no such thing as a deal that good. You think so? It could be a viable public strategy, simple as that. Haven't you held free sampling parties at the Monster Lodge before? And didn't you generate a great deal of clientele from them? That's exactly what Ernesto said he's wanted to do. It generates more business via our word-of-mouth promotions. A place no one can find with tickets no one can buy, a complete inaccessible park of advertised via word of mouth. Absolutely preposterous. Such an advertising approach is completely at odds with their illusionary business strategy. They're generating tremendous promo through artificial secrecy to then turn around and expand to an unspecific wider base. I would never do that. That's clearly a non-promo related motive at play. That's quite a compelling argument. Are you secretly the owner of Playful Land? It's a conclusion anyone can draw by putting two and two together. There's no such thing as a free lunch. That manager's working an angle. You should expect some sort of catch. Oh, this isn't covered. There's an upcharge for this, etc. But Ernesto was such a friendly guy and well-mannered gentleman, wasn't he, Floyd? I don't know. I remember about foxfish and catfishes, them kind of being wimpy and boring. Even indulging that ridiculous notion that this was done out of pure goodwill, I don't like being indebted to strangers. You don't like being indebted to others, period. Being strangers has nothing to do with it. Precisely, you know me well, so. Hence, I must decline this invitation. Man, what a spoiled sport. It's better if he does have another angle. Him being all shady is half the fun. Making it hard to predict what's going to happen. Ain't it exciting that way? Agreed. This is prime opportunity to visit an illusionary place, courteous of a strange and obviously suspicious man. So much for the well-mannered gentleman you were just telling me about. He was. Isn't it delightful to imagine? Your thrill-seeking is not my idea of a good time, in the least. Regardless, I'm not going to do as you please. But don't say I didn't warn you. Aww. Well, you heard him. What's the call, Jade? What indeed, Floyd? The both of them know fucking Ernesto's fucking shady. They know there's some shit going on, but they're like, we're gonna do it for the lows. Because, they're not stupid, but they're being stupid because they're like, this will be fun. It's like, y'all gonna get yourselves killed is what you're going to do. Too drastic a jump. Brawl, an amusement park? Yep, an amusement park. Nope. Literally all of the nopes. Come on, Ada, it'll be fun. We've never been to a theme park before. This is a good chance to change that. It's gonna be a blast. Don't you want to try visiting one for yourself? I absolutely don't. That's literally the worst place I could think of to go. Only extroverts go to amusement parks. I don't think that's actually true. No, it totally is. You might not be up on the stuff, but dressing up with pals and coordinated sparkly ensembles, even though no one is looking, taking selfies with a ton of cheesy filters, squealing over staff in character costumes that aren't even that cute, standing in line to do literally anything, your conversation petering out and growing increasingly strained over time, being dead on your feet by the end of the day, your friendship in tatters as you buy souvenirs. Which part of that sounds fun? For somebody who's never been to an amusement park, your imagination has presented an awful specific scenario. Please, this is all common knowledge online. Anyway, I'm not going, and that's final. Unquote. I tried to invite him, but he flat out refused. And you're simply giving up? I would argue this is a prime moment to showcase the acting skills you've been cultivating in our club. A wholeheartedly tearful performance from you should get him in folds in no time. I've been considering that since he first refused, but I think he might be right that a sudden trip to an amusement park would be far too much stimulation for him, so I don't have the heart to force the issue. Fair, an amusement park might be too drastic of a jump for him. He'll be better off starting with the regular park. I wish he was in the position to go with me, though. I just know that in any performance the two of us put on would be in perfect sync, and we could have hit the big times and become stars. Stars? What's this about? Oh, a fox beastman named Ernesto Falworth told us. If we put on a show in Playful Land, we'll be guaranteed to become stars. Oh? Oh? That's rather brazen claim to make. It's not that simple to perform on stage, really. I think my brother and I could definitely pull it off. You silly boy. There's no such thing as a shortcut to success. I question if that shows even truly exist. I'll grant it that rumors about Playful Land have reached my ear, and they say the park puts on superb performances far beyond anything you can find elsewhere. But the details are still vague, right? which makes no sense considering how people love to talk. That sounds like smoke and mirrors to me. You should know better than to believe an absurd man making absurd claims. I did find it suspicious at first, actually. So I observed him on the down low, but his pupil dilation, body language, pose, none of those values were indication of a lie. What did you say? Normally I question your judgment, but I can't imagine you are right in your calculations. Does this mean Playful Land truly features a show that lives up to the rumors? I think so, yes. What do you think? Doesn't it sound fun? 9. Let me pause this for a sec. Okay. I paused it for a second because I needed to check something. And I'm kind of glad I did because I feel like if I didn't, it would have did the message and would have popped up and I would have had to try to erase 2 things. And I don't feel like doing that. Man, my thumbs hurt. Because I spent a good chunk of time putting a bunch of stuff on my wall. Or on one section of my walling right now. Or earlier. And the whole fucking section is covered in pictures and shit. And it looks kind of slightly a bit like fucking a crime scene wall. I'm half tempted to go get some fucking string and just rope it around shit just for funsies. Alright, the coast is clear. Come on, guys. And don't make any noises. Silent, stealthy. Soft footsteps. Alright, we're all outside the front gate. We should be good to go now. Sheesh, it's a real hassle crawling on the ground all the way here from Ramshackle. Sure, we didn't tell anyone about the place, and we sneaking out because you didn't want anyone messing with our plans. But do we really gotta be this careful? Absolutely, yes. Our school's full of guys who don't know the meaning of the word fun. We got tickets to Playful Land here. Do you really want to risk missing out? No way. I'm gonna have all the fun and become a big star. That's what I'm talking about. Oh crud, it's almost time for the meetup. Ernesto said to meet him in the crane port, right? Man, we're going to the harbor. That's further out from the school than we met yesterday. We better hurry. Yeah, come on. I was talking to my friend and we were kind of do like this RP where it's sort of where if both of us went into Twisted Wonderland and stuff. And we have kind of decided that the masquerade I would have gone, and for the Playful Land she would have gone, because Lord knows they could not fucking talk me to go to a fucking basketball fucking meet. Alright, made it to Cannon Port. And the only reason why I would be going to fucking the masquerade is because fucking Grim fucking harassed Crowley into letting us go, and I'm like the designated babysitter of Grim. The sun hasn't risen yet, so it's still too dark to see much. Carefully not to slip and fall into the water. And as for the amusement park, I would not want to go. I'd be like, yeah, no. I would still go to class and all that stuff, but I told her, you heard him, Henchieman. Watch your step. He's way less likely to fall than you. I have to wonder why Ernesto picked this for a meetup spot, though. And I probably would have been okay with her going, skipping class and shit. I just would have told her to be careful and shit. And I'll meet them later after class because somebody has to stay anyway to take notes. This area barely got any boat traffic, especially before dawn. Oh hey, I heard Ace. Looks like you and Grim are with him too. Over here, guys. Oh hey, Camille, good morning. Splendid, Ernesto has yet to arrive, so that means we're all here on time. Took you guys long enough. The rest of us have been waiting. Does that mean Jack and Ortho are here too? It's too dark to see. Yeah, we're here. I see you two managed to actually wake up on time. You always worried you overslept. Morning, guys. Hehe. We got company too. Camille, I'll see him, and I invited some friends to join us. Oh yeah? Who was that? For Ortho, I'm guessing you bought Ida? Ida at a theme park? No way, no how. Okay, yeah, I forget I said that. But who does that leave? Us. Whoa, Ilya, Carter, and Bill? What a merry group. Isn't it though? Consider yourself lucky to see my face before dawn. You can imagine how surprised I was to find Bill at the meetup spot. I never thought he'd join us. I invited Bill. God, Bill Shinheit. He said he's interested in the stage show. I get you. He is the kind of authority on theater and stardom. Does Ida know you're going to Playful on? I tried to invite him, but he really didn't like the idea, so I left without telling him. There was a distant possibility he would have stopped me with some claims about not wanting me to be subject to extrovert influences. Well, he already flat out refused to even consider going, didn't he? Being brothers doesn't obligate you to spend your every waking hour together, or to always defer to what he says. You're a full-fledged student, so you should act on your own initiative. That's a good point, Bill. Can you stop saying his name? Last name? Height, whatever. I'll make sure to have some fun. The stories will make him jealous later. Alrighty. And now, gnashing his teeth. Uh-oh. That's probably where it came from, right? Right here? Oh no, that's one right here. Okay, cool. I was trying to fix something right now and I noticed I was missing something, so I was like, shit. Oh shit, that's got a old hole in there. That's what happens. It happens. Pinch. Oh, that covers Phil, so what are you doing here, Carter? I looked for you yesterday, but I couldn't fill you in because you were busy with club meeting. Alright, you and Kamel are in the pop music club together. Exactly, Kamel gave me the deets. Jamal was with us, and he was extremely opposed. Straight up said it was really shady, and we had no business going. But once Jamal left, poor Kamel was ever so despondent about it. So Lily and I talked, and we decided to make it a impromptu pop music club excursion. On paper, I guess we can call it a field trip to appear on a Playful Land show. You wouldn't believe how happy I was when they said they'd come with me. Once we get back, I'll tell Jamel about the awesome time we had. I bet he'll be all like, oh man, that sounds so cool. You should have totally taken me along next time. I want in on the fun. So I'll make sure to have all the fun I possibly can and bring back tons of stories to share. I questioned if Jamal would say any of that. The odds of that happening are less than 1%, but to put in the positive light, there's a non-zero chance. Jamal wasn't wrong to say this was blatantly suspicious and far too good to be true, but children will never grow without diving into a little danger. I respect Jamal's wishes to protect Kamel, but sometimes a little adventure is just what the doctor ordered. So I'm coming along to witness this lovely little learning experience of yours. You'll find it suspicious, yet you chose to come along anyway as a chaperone. What a wonderful friend you are. I am awestruck. What that Azul could learn from your example. Oh hey, speaking of Azul, how come he ain't here with you two? He was all like, blah, 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 no such thing as free lunch. I don't want to get indebted, yada, yada, yada. Once he gets like that, there ain't no talking him into something. So we snuck out on our own. Like Ortho and Kamel, I hope to bring back tales so delightful that he goes, if only I got with you, gnashing his teeth all the while, of course. Yeah, I snuck out without telling my house warden too. He'll totally have my head if I get caught, so I was on pins and needles the whole way here. Wow, listen to you, AC. Way to add to your house warden's worries. Huh? Who are you waving at, Carter? Why are you looking over my shoulder? Trey, when did you show up? Thanks to for the perfect reaction, Ace. It's not just me, though. Leona. Well, Leona, too? What are you doing here? I followed you here, Ace. You got real slokey after Riddle gave you the 3rd degree yesterday. So I figured knowing you, you'll totally ignore his warnings and sneak out anyway. And sure enough, here we are. So you were on to me from the start. Wait, does that mean the house warden knows? Please, if he knew, you wouldn't be standing here right now. You know how much magic I had to use to muffle all the noises you were making? Dude, you're kidding. I didn't even notice. If it were up to me, I'd have had stopped you entirely, but Deuce talked me out of it. Wait, what, he did? Yeah, he was feeling pretty bad about basically sabotaging you. Huh. I didn't know he cared so much. I went back and forth on this a lot, but you can be surprisingly stubborn at times, and you know how to hold a grudge. Eventually, what I settled on was covering you so you wouldn't get caught. I was hoping that would tie things up neatly. I am interested in keeping the peace in the dorm, not to mention ensuring you come back safely. I'm here to help. Lucky you, AC. Even if you get busted, Trey's gonna be right there with you to apologize. I'm not sure that would go so great if that came up. We need to split Riddle's anger 3 ways. So I have to join in. Of course you have to join in, dumbass. Yeah. Okay. No, well, that one doesn't matter. Oh, 6. Anyway. Trey, Carter, thank you both. If worst comes to worst, I'll be happy for the company. Please, just try not to get caught. Okay, so Trey's here to keep Ace out of trouble. Is that the same to you, Leona? Are you kidding? Your soul brain cell must still be asleep. I came to talk some sense into a bunch of fools with no self-preservation instincts. You believe anything you hear if someone butters you up first, huh? Didn't anyone ever teach you to be wary of strangers? I come here, and what do I find? Freshmen and sophomores are one thing. But I'm seeing juniors happily jumping on board, too. I almost envy how thick your skulls must be. Really? Goodness, I'm flattered. That wasn't a compliment. Who's going to be on the hook if things go south? The house wardens, including yours truly, going back to school and stop making extra work for me. You're a house warden too, Vil. Did it really not occur to you to question any of this? Please, don't insult me. Of course I find it highly suspicious. As someone active in the theater, I know just how little credibility this Ernesto claims have. But do you think this group would turn around and go back just because I explained that? If this man is such a talented actor that he could conceive even Ortho's eyes, if he's a charlatan capable of passing lies off as honest truths, these Spellings wouldn't stand a chance on their own. I deem it safe to keep an eye on them, personally, to ensure nothing happens. Yeah, whatever. That's a very nice sounding made up excuse. You were just drawn to the promise of a stage performance, and you know it. There's no way you could resist the allure of a show put out on the illusionary theme park. Excuse me, that's not true. I suppose I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested in it. Fucking showing off that they are a married couple again. Or at least an ex-married couple. My, everyone here so early. What a... Oops. I did not mean to do that. And I'm pretty sure that was 10. So if it's the same... Game, can you, do me a favor and not do this shit to me? I need you to do things for me. Yeah. So I did do this one. Okay. So I did 10. So we're going to end this episode here. And we'll continue next time. So for now, Tiniestofchibis is setting out.